the most destructive weapon you hold? It's not sharp words, it's not fiery arguments, it's absolute indifference. Think about it. What does the one who hurt you truly want? They want you angry. They want you broken. They want to be the center of your emotional storm. But when you choose silence, when you walk away with calm, you strip them of their only weapon. In that moment, you don't just keep your dignity. You rise above. Silence is not just letting go. Silence is a declaration without words. You never had power over me. Picture this. One day someone insults you in front of a crowd. They wait for your reaction. They crave your loss of control. But you smile and quietly walk away. In that silence, you become a mirror, a reflection of their failure. Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you that matters, but how you react to it." And modern science agrees manipulators only have power when you fuel them with your reaction. So next time someone tries to tear you down, ask yourself, will you waste your precious energy fighting, or will you save it to build a brighter life? Never forget, sometimes the strongest answer is silence, and that silence becomes the loudest roar. Over 2,000 years ago, Epictetus reminded us it's not what happens to you that matters. It's how you react to it. At work, it's that harsh email at 7 a.m. Online, it's a cruel comment. From the past, it's a message that reopens an old wound. You can't control them, but you can always control your breath, your voice, your steps. Indifference is not giving up. It's cutting off the fuel that feeds the fire of chaos. Silence is not weakness. It's a mirror reflecting the helplessness of the one who tried to manipulate you. Picture this. They throw bait wrapped in insult. If you bite, they win. If you smile and walk away, the game ends. Psychology calls it removing the reward for bad behavior. Stoicism calls it self-mastery. Marcus Aurelius said it best. The best revenge is to be unlike your enemy. So what will you choose today? Spend your energy arguing, or invest it in building a brighter life? Try this. The 24-hour no-reaction challenge. Every time you feel provoked, breathe 3 times. Whisper to yourself, "I choose self-control." Then walk away and do the work that truly matters. Write down 3 things you can actually control, and if this message resonates with you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Comment the word self-control, because sometimes the greatest victory is when you don't need to fight at all. The power of indifference. Do you know what hurts your enemy the most? It's not revenge. It's not payback. It's absolute indifference. They want you angry. They want you broken. They want to be the center of your emotional storm. But when you choose silence, when you walk away calm, you flip the switch. You cut off the very energy they're waiting for. In that moment, they're left behind. In the darkness they created. Indifference is not weakness. It's a declaration without words. You are not worthy of my energy. You don't need to shout. You don't need to prove a thing. Your silence becomes the loudest roar. Picture this: in a meeting, someone tries to cut you down. They wait for your reaction. They want to see you lose control. But you smile and keep going. In that instant, power leaves them and returns to you. Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you that matters, but how you react to it." And modern psychology agrees manipulators feed on your reaction. When you're indifferent, you cut off their oxygen. So next time someone tries to drag you down, ask yourself, will you hand them your power or keep it for yourself? Challenge yourself. The next time you're provoked, don't react. Take a deep breath, smile, walk away, and watch as helplessness covers their face. Because the greatest victory is sometimes the one where you never even fight. 2. Denying importance. What terrifies the one who hurt you is not revenge. It's not the words you throw back. It's the moment they realize they were never important in your life. They crave recognition. They want to be the center of your story. They want to believe the wound they caused will haunt you forever. But the real punishment is brutally simple. You walk away. No explanation, no demand for justice, no words of blame. And in that silence, a void appears. And that void becomes the heaviest sentence of all. Think about it. A coworker takes a cheap shot in the office. An ex sends a message to reopen an old wound. They wait for your reaction. They want your anger. But you turn calmly and keep walking your path. At first they may laugh, but over time, silence grows heavy. It whispers, "You no longer exist in my world." Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "An enemy grows weaker not when you strike him down, but when he realizes he never had power over you." You don't need to crush anyone. You don't need to fight. You only need to live well, to keep moving forward, and let them face the most painful truth of all: they never existed in your journey. Here's your challenge. Today, choose one situation where you feel the urge to argue. Instead of reacting, smile, walk away, and let silence speak for you. Because sometimes, denying importance is the ultimate victory. 3. The power of absence. What your enemy fears the most is not your counterattack. It's when you choose to disappear. They expect a battle. They want your reaction. They want you to spill your energy just to keep their game alive. But when you walk away, no explanation, no trace. You extinguish the fire at its root, and they are left with emptiness. That emptiness becomes the heaviest sentence. It echoes like a hollow room, forcing them to face themselves. No stage, no audience, only their own helplessness eating away at them day after day. Picture this: a toxic coworker tries to drag you into a fight. An ex stirs up old wounds. A stranger online throws insults hoping you'll explode. You could respond, or you could walk away calm and steady. In that moment, the game ends. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The best revenge is to be completely unlike your enemy." And that difference is peace. No shouting, no proving. You prove it with your absence, by continuing your journey. So the next time someone tries to pull you into chaos, remember, victory does not always come from confrontation. Sometimes the truest victory is letting them strike at empty air. And it is that emptiness that crushes them. Try it today. Choose one situation. Instead of arguing, step away. Then watch closely. You'll see the power of absence. 4. Contempt instead of anger. The danger is not what your enemy did to you. The danger is when you keep them alive in your mind, through your anger. Because anger is a chain. The tighter it pulls, the more it binds you to the one who hurt you. The more you hate, the more power you hand to someone who never deserved it. But there is a weapon stronger than anger. It is contempt. Contempt is not shouting. It's not proving. Contempt is the complete denial of their existence in your story, as if they were never there at all. Think about it. The manipulator doesn't want to be hated, because hatred means they are still remembered. But when you forget, when you treat them like an empty space, that's when they lose everything. Maybe you felt this before. The day you stop saying their name, the day your heart feels nothing, and you realize that peace is stronger than any revenge. Epictetus once said, "Evil should not be answered with shouts, but with silence." Contempt is that silence. It is the declaration you were never important enough to remember. So next time anger tries to pull you in, ask yourself, do you want to keep them in your mind forever? Or do you want to set yourself free? Try this today. Write their name down, then cross it out. Remind yourself they were never important enough. 5. Self-control is the highest power. When you lose control, you hand your power to someone else. But when you hold on to self-control, you become untouchable. There is a kind of strength that needs no weapon, no title, no noise. It is self-control. Those who want to break you, they wait for an explosion. They want to see you angry, shouting, losing your balance, because in that moment they believe they've won. But when you stay calm, steady, even cold, the balance shifts instantly. Power leaves them and returns to you. Do you see silence is not weakness? Calm is not defeat. It is a declaration without words. You never had power over me. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." That secret made the Stoics unbreakable. Think of it this way. Insulted, you could explode, or smile and walk away. Betrayed, you could cling to bitterness, or release it and focus on yourself. In both moments, your choice defines who truly holds the power. Self-control is not indifference. It is the highest human skill, the art of mastering yourself. And when you master yourself, you become undefeated. Here's your challenge. For the next 24 hours, every time you feel provoked, breathe 3 times, stay silent, and choose your response from strength, not weakness. Because the one who controls himself is always the one who wins. 6. The role of time. There is one enemy no one can ever defeat, and that enemy is time. But here's the beauty. If you know how to wait, time will always stand on your side. When you choose silence, when you refuse to react, at first they may laugh. They think you're weak. They believe they've won. But the truth waits behind the curtain. Time is your most loyal ally, and silence stretched over days carries a devastating power. On day 1, it feels like emptiness. On day 10, it becomes doubt. On day 100, it turns into guilt. And finally, it carves a scar of regret deep into the heart of the one who hurt you. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "If you wait long enough, you will see the body of your enemy float by on the river." This is not a call for revenge. It is a reminder time itself will settle every debt. You don't need to do anything. Just keep walking. Focus on yourself and let time finish the work. Think about it. How many times have you suffered because of someone, and yet as years passed, they faded from your memory? At first they gloated, but day by day your silence became an echo in their mind, and that echo was heavier than any curse you could ever speak. So trust time. Let it be your ally. Because in the end, without swords, without words, time delivers justice. Here's your challenge. The next time you feel the urge to react instantly, stop, breathe deep, and whisper to yourself, "I will let time answer for me." 7. Walking with a new purpose. The most beautiful revenge is not hatred. It's not clinging to the wound. It's living a new life with a new purpose. Letting go of the past is not just leaving behind the one who hurt you. It's opening another door and stepping into an entirely new journey. Because if you stay stuck in pain, you're still giving them power. But when you redirect your energy into learning, into work, into passion, into anything that feeds your soul, you send a clear message. My life does not revolve around you. I have a world of my own. Think about it. How many hours have you wasted suffering over someone unworthy? And what if those hours were spent learning a new skill, building your health, or starting a project? How different would your life look today? The Stoics taught, do not waste time arguing with the darkness. Light a candle instead, and your new purpose is that candle. It lights your path. It pulls you out of the shadows. It proves you are stronger than the pain that once tried to break you. You don't need to prove anything to them. You don't need to show the world. You do it for yourself, to prove you are worthy of a bigger life, a freer life, a more meaningful life. Here's your challenge. This week, pick one small goal. Read a book, take a walk each day, or start writing one page in a journal. Let it be the candle that lights your new journey, because true victory is when you move forward. 8. Success is the ultimate revenge. What hurts your enemy the most is not your punchback. It's not your angry words. It's when you stand tall, when you move forward, when you succeed. Picture this. Someone once mocked you. They wished for your failure. They believed you would never make it. They wanted to see you fall. But instead of drowning in hate, you chose to learn. You trained. You built. You grew. And one day, you achieved what they said was impossible. In that moment, you don't need to say a word, because your quiet success is the loudest roar. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The best revenge is to be completely unlike your enemy." And what could be more different than you shining bright while they sink into the darkness of envy? Every smile you hold, every step you take, every time you refuse to break, it all declares loudly, "You failed when you tried to destroy me." Success is not just a gift to yourself. It's a mirror forcing your enemies to face their own helplessness. Here's your challenge. Choose one goal you abandoned because someone belittled you. Go back to it, step by step, day by day, so that one day, without shouting, without payback, your success will be the silent answer that echoes the loudest. Because the ultimate revenge is becoming the best version of yourself. 9. Rebirth in peace. The greatest victory is not revenge. It's not making others suffer the way they made you suffer. It's when you are reborn in peace. After every storm, the sun still rises. After every wound, there is always new ground waiting for you to step onto. Many believe peace is weakness, that silence is defeat, that not fighting back is giving up. But the truth is the opposite. Peace is the proof of growth. Peace is the sign of rebirth. Picture this: nights soaked with tears, days when your heart felt heavy as stone, scars you thought would never heal. And then one day, you realize you no longer tremble when you remember. You no longer choke when a name is spoken. Instead, you smile, light, free. The Stoics taught no one can take away your peace of mind unless you hand it to them. And when you are reborn in peace, you are no longer on defense. You begin to truly live again. Peace is silent strength. It lets you look forward. It lets you love again, learn again, experience life again with an open heart. Do you see, when you are reborn in peace, the one who once hurt you no longer has any power. All that remains is you stronger, wiser, freer. Here's your challenge. Dedicate one day to peace. Turn off your phone. Take a walk. Sit still and breathe deep. And let your heart remind you, you have been reborn. 10. Opening new horizons. Pain is not the ending. It is only a door, opening to a new horizon. When you step out of the darkness of hurt, you discover something miraculous. The world is still vast, still bright, still full of opportunities waiting for you. Pain once convinced you life had stopped, but the truth is, it was only a single chapter, not the whole book. And when you close that chapter, a new horizon appears with people you've never met, experiences you've never imagined, and doors you never dared to open. The beauty is, this journey is not about proving anything, not proving to the one who hurt you, not proving to the world. You keep moving forward to prove one thing only, that you are worthy of a bigger life, a deeper life, a freer life. The Stoics taught, we are not defined by what we've lost, but by how we use what remains. When you choose to release the past, you don't lose. You expand. You expand your inner world, and you expand the world outside you. This is the quiet reward given only to those who dare to let go. A new life, a new perspective, a new chance to rewrite yourself. Here's your challenge. Write down one new thing you want to begin this month. A habit, a project, a small dream, and let it become the door, leading you into a new horizon. Because after the darkness, there is always light. And sometimes, that light shines brighter than ever before. The greatest victory does not come from revenge, not from sharp words, not from endless battles. It comes from something that seems so simple: silence. Revenge is like drinking poisons and hoping your enemy will die. All it leaves behind is an endless cycle of hatred and pain. So what is the true path of the strong? It is to keep walking, head held high, dignity intact, and let your peace be the final answer. Because real punishment is not making someone suffer. It is forcing them to realize they were never important in your life. The strongest don't need to shout. They don't need to prove anything. They simply never look back. Remember this: silence is not weakness. Indifference is not surrender. Self-control is not coldness. They are the most powerful weapons you can carry on this journey. The Stoics lived this truth. They believed the greatest strength is not in controlling others, but in controlling yourself. And you can do the same. So if someone has ever hurt you, leave the past where it belongs. Do not seek revenge. Walk forward with peace in your soul. Here's your challenge. Next time you are provoked, choose silence. Don't react. Don't respond. Just observe. And you'll see sometimes the greatest victory is when you never need to fight at all.